Hello, welcome to another wonderful edition of Eye on Port. This show is proudly brought to you by Ghana Community Network Services, West Blue Consulting, Ghana Revenue Authority, Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and the leading oil marketing company in the country, Goil Company Limited. Our media partners include the Ghana Web, the Maritime and Transport Digest, the Business and Financial Times, Graphic Business, and a host of other media outlets who support this program. Folks, Eye on Port is a show committed to keep bringing the port and maritime industry closer to you and you closer to the port. Over the past few weeks, we've had live interactive discussions where key players in the port and maritime industry participated in. This week, however, we have centered our discussion on the blue economy. What is the blue economy and what are the best ways of harnessing all the potential in the blue economy? The Deputy Minister of Transport, Daniel Titus Glover, the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Shipping, Dr. Kofi Mbia, and Dean at the School of Graduate Studies, Regional Maritime University, Dr. John York Abedu, have unanimously admitted that Ghana's ocean resources are underutilized and there is so much room to explore in order to fully harness the potential of the blue economy.
Realize that if you were to look at the complementarities, that is to say, how does one of these areas complement the other area, you would realize that the potential is huge. Unfortunately, we are very limited in the way in which we harness these resources.
I agree with my seniors that we are not taking full advantage of these blue economy.
Speaking on Eye on Port's interactive live panel discussion on assessing the scope of the blue economy and how Ghana can harness its full potential, Kofi Mbia stated that there is over-concentration on port development in Ghana and there remains varied opportunities that the ocean offers for the blue economy.
Unfortunately, sometimes when we talk about the blue economy, people only think about the main themes in terms of ports, shipping, etc. But it goes beyond that. You talk about shipbuilding, you talk about construction in the sea, you talk about ports, you talk about transportation, you talk about oil and gas, you talk about aquaculture, you talk about fishery, you talk about tourism, you talk about recreation. All of these things together is what we call the blue economy.
He said if these areas are fully developed, there is a projected 5.4 million jobs to be created globally due to the infinite resources the ocean offers. He lamented that the various agencies in the maritime logistics chain, including transport, fishing and energy, work in silos, and integration is needed to create seamlessness in the industry.
The Honorable Minister talked about the separation of ministries. I have not have any problem with separation. We always have separation. But I worry about development in silos. So he mentioned the number of ministries, and quite rightly. But fisheries must not be turning a blind eye to transport.
He called for a comprehensive maritime policy that would narrow the country's interest towards the highly prospective blue economy.
Once you know what your interests are, then you can relate that to a comprehensive policy. Out of that policy, then you can have your strategy, and then you can have your plans and programs for the realization of those dreams in the policy.
The Deputy Minister of Transport and Member of Parliament for Tema East, Daniel Titus Glover, called for an increased use of Ghana's inland water resources to alleviate the burdened seaport and called for more assistance from the private sector to invest.
We are looking at the inland water as well, in terms of the Volta Lake, where in a way we want to explore the potential of the Volta Lake. Because we've done some study that will be creating about 2-3 ports on the Volta Lake, so they'll be able to continue in doing this blue economy business around that stretch.
He said the government of Ghana has currently created an enticing environment for investors to develop Ghana's viable maritime industry, and this is evident in the port expansion projects in both Takoradi and Tema ports.
As a way of enticing business, as a way of enticing the private sector, this MPS deal, government gave $834 million as tax waiver. It's a huge money that will entice them to come and partner government.
He also revealed that a new comprehensive transport policy is to be rolled out soon, which would address the growing needs of the blue economy, otherwise known as the maritime industry.
We don't have, but there are some pockets of information that need to be broadened. that need to be expanded to make sure that, look, this is what we wanted to look at. And in this new transport policy, from what it's saying, when it is agreed, when it's accepted, because when after finishing, my minister have to send it to cabinet for them to have a look at it. Then when it's accepted, then clearly we'll see how we can roll it out. Then we'll tackle some of these things that are coming up.
Dr. John York Abedu, Dean at the School of Graduate Studies, Regional Maritime University, in addressing the state of insufficient opportunities for graduates of maritime training institutes, urged the general public and industry to be aware that graduates of the Regional Maritime University are not only equipped to be employed in the core public maritime institutions in the country, such as the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Maritime Authority, and the Ghana Shippers Authority.
Incidentally, it is not like that. When you take, let's take port and shipping, because most of the students are from port and shipping. In fact, any organization or entity in Ghana that does import or export would need somebody from port and shipping or graduate from port and shipping.
He said shipping and marine service companies doing business in the country should take up graduates of the RMU, and as a matter of seriousness, legislation should be passed where local participation for ship's crew is mandatory.
The problem here is also that, you see, I know that in some jurisdictions, when the local content law becomes operative, then we will have the power to say that, well, government says or the law says that every ship visiting our coast should carry at least one person. Then that will also help us.
Dr. Kofi Mbia called for a change in the current curriculum of the Regional Maritime University, as well as the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport training programs, which are affiliated to the Ghana Institute of Management and Professional Administration, to be able to adjust to modern industry demands so that skilled human resources can be trained to harness a broader job market relevant to the trends of the dynamic blue economy and even beyond.
Your curriculum itself must be adjusted to reflect these modern times. If you don't do that, you'll be swept away. And that is what we are seeing. You're talking about training about 500 people. What kind of training do we give them? The cadets, those that are coming ashore, if they come ashore and it is still port and shipping, sometimes
get limited.
Sometimes even the nomenclature must change.
He also asked for a paradigm shift towards the fisheries sector, which he described as having enormous potential. So you just heard from the Deputy Minister of Transport, the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Shipping, and the Dean at the School of Graduate Studies of RMU there, who all admitted that there's a lot to do to harness the full potential of the blue economy. Iron Port returns after this break.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Dear valued client, the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is now live to make it easy to track your consignment and know the estimated duty payable for both general goods and used vehicles. We are pleased to inform you that the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is available for download on Google Play Store for Android users and the App Store for Apple users. This is the best opportunity for all importers and exporters to know the duty payable on every good under transaction. You can reach the team for inquiries and support by calling +233 242 435 663. Send an email to support@ghanastradinghub.com. To remain updated, kindly follow progress on the following platforms: www.facebook.com/Ghana Trade Hub, www.twitter.com/ Ghana Trade Hub and ghlinkedin.com/in/Ghana Trade Hub. Importers and exporters can download the official Ghana single window mobile app, which allows you to track your consignment conveniently and also allows you to obtain your estimated duty for general goods and used vehicles. Please spread the message to everyone importing or exporting. The Ghana Trading Hub mobile app is now live. Download and never be cheated. This is powered by the Smart Ports project under the auspices of the Government of Ghana and the Ghana Revenue Authority. Smart Port, improving Ghana's ease of doing business.
The International Maritime Hospital, as part of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month this October, is yet again organizing free breast screening and examination as part of global efforts to prevent breast cancer. Remember that there is insufficient knowledge on the causes of breast cancer. Therefore, early detection of the disease remains the cornerstone of breast cancer control. When breast cancer is detected early, and if adequate diagnosis and treatment are available, there is a good chance that breast cancer can be cured. The free breast cancer screening and examination is available to the public the entire month of October. The screening days are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The International Maritime Hospital is situated in Tema Community 3 behind the GNPC flats. At the exit of the Beach Road in Community 3, one can find signs that lead to the hospital. Come and get screened and stay healthy. Together, let's fight breast cancer. Welcome back. News and activities in and around Ghana's port and maritime industry next. The Ghana chapter of the Borderless Alliance, a private sector advocacy group in collaboration with the Ghana Shippers Authority, has held a multi-stakeholder dialogue on the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme and the African Continental Free Trade Area. The multi-stakeholder dialogue was to highlight the opportunities and challenges associated with the implementation of the ETLS and the AFCFTA for governments and businesses across the continent. The events featured an overview of the AFCFTA and an update on its progress so far, as well as a presentation about the challenges preventing Ghanaian businesses from accessing the West African market using ETLS. Representatives of private enterprises, think tanks, civil society organizations, private associations, ministries, and government agencies took part in an engaging dialogue on how to enable a more conducive business environment in Ghana in order to position the country as the true commercial hub not only of West Africa but the entire continent. According to the national president of Borderless Alliance Ghana, Ziad Hamoui, who expressed excitement over the African Continental Free Trade Area, there are many responsibilities and challenges that need to be addressed in order to reap the full benefits from its implementation.
Even within the ECOWAS free movement of goods and people. And you know that there has been some issues that have to do with security in the Sahelian region. So we have to keep our minds and eyes open about the need to balance compliance and prosperity against security.
Charles Intri from the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry said the GNCCI issues certificates of origin for products in the country for trade across the borders. He said to address challenges surrounding the acquisition of this certificate, his outfit has improved upon its issuance of the certificate of origin in order to make their services more accessible, so Ghanaians can take full advantage of the ETLS.
We have done this electronic certificate of origin. So the company can sit in their offices, just apply, pay online, and then we'll approve it.
Bashiru Abdul Haki, a freight and logistics officer of the Ghana Shippers Authority, outlining some trade challenges that have come to the attention of the Shippers Authority, reviewed how efforts to mitigate the impediment of police barriers across the corridor have not been fully actualized.
Most of the time when these drivers are stopped, they are stopped in very obscure places. They are exposed to a lot of danger.
A parade has been held at the Regional Maritime University to mark this year's World Maritime Day, where players in Ghana's maritime space met to celebrate women in the industry. The IMO uses this celebration to update stakeholders in the industry of steps being undertaken to enhance safety, efficiency, and security of the global maritime industry. However, this year has been specially dedicated to women empowerment. The Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority, who described women as disproportionately represented in the maritime industry, said his outfit is dedicated to encourage female prospects to take up careers in the maritime industry.
It calls on all of us as stakeholders within this industry to put in place pragmatic measures to ensure that this disparity or the barriers that make it impossible for us to achieve parity as far as representation is concerned.
He revealed that collaboration with other port and shipping sector stakeholders would institute a sponsorship plan for females in the industry. Chief Engineer Samuel Akwesi Amoako, a seasoned mariner who is also an alumnus of the Regional Maritime University, encouraged women participation in the maritime industry but emphasized discipline as requisite in the practice of marine operation.
Without discipline on board, you don't stand a chance.
Female academic achievers in the Regional Maritime University were bestowed awards for their excellent performance in their various fields. A female level 200 student offering a course in nautical science who emerged the winner of an essay writing competition on women empowerment in the maritime industry encouraged their peers to trust in their abilities to achieve their ambitions.
The ability to thrive in the maritime industry is not about gender, but then it's in their abilities. So I think they can all come in and do it. Once they are determined, nothing can stop them.
The Ghana Maritime Authority, in collaboration with the Women in Shipping and Trade Association, Western Ghana, has assembled girls in secondary schools from the Accra metropolis to educate them and inspire them to take advantage of career opportunities in the maritime industry. This was one of the key activities the Ghana Maritime Authority embarked on as part of the Ghana Maritime Week celebration, which is in line with the International Maritime Organization's theme of empowering women in the maritime industry. Women participation in the maritime industry has increased over the past decade, and according to the president of Western Ghana, Jemilat Jawula Mahama, it is the desire of accomplished women in the industry to bring to the minds of the younger generation the various avenues available for them to take careers in.
We want to encourage as many of them as possible to join the industry. There are so many opportunities. There are so many jobs. Previously, it's like shipping agents or clearing agent. That's what people know, but that's not it. We have maritime lawyers. We have marine insurance underwriters. We have chartered shipbrokers. We have marine administrators. We have marine engineers.
She said parents and their wards alike should do away with superstitions that derail the progress of women in the pursuance of certain careers that have historically been male-dominated. Felicity Ankomase, Dean of the Faculty of Maritime Studies at the Regional Maritime University, who outlined the various courses of study available for the younger generation of women, encouraged the girls to take up opportunities at the Regional Maritime University.
Our programs are accredited by the National Accreditation Board. Okay, so based on their requirements for university, if the same holds here, you need some grades with WASI to qualify you for the various courses.
Sylvia Asana Dauda Owu, the Deputy Chief Executive of the Ghana Shippers Authority, addressing concerns on harassment towards women seafarers and maritime professionals, expressed faith in international laws that would protect women who intend to take up careers in the sector and encouraged them to bridge the evident gender disparity in the maritime industry.
Forget about the harassment. There are laws that will protect the woman on board the vessels. Shipping has advanced, so a lot of things are changing to as it were, bring on board more women.
Let's take a look at some international port and maritime news. A 52,600 deadweight tonnage chemical tanker ANS was attacked by pirates on September 16 while it anchored some 5 nautical miles off Conakry, Guinea. According to data provided by IMB Piracy Reporting Center, 4 pirates armed with a gun and knives boarded the tanker in the early morning hours. IMB Piracy Reporting Center added that the perpetrators reportedly took the duty AB hostage, tied his hands, and forced him to lead them to the bridge. Once inside the bridge, the robbers took the duty officer hostage and forced him to lead them to the captain, chief engineer, third officer, and bosun's cabins. The report shows that after looting the cabins, the robbers locked the crew in a cabin and escaped. Crew personal belongings, cash, and ship's properties were stolen. The operator of the vessel's Latvia-based ship manager, LSC Limited, emphasized that there were no injuries to the crew members, adding that the entire crew is in good spirits and health. The company noted that there were no reports of damages to the cargo and the vessel following the incident. The U.S. Department of the Treasury has announced new sanctions against Russian entities and vessels over their alleged involvement in a sanctions evasion scheme to transport jet fuel to Russian forces operating in Syria. Specifically, the U.S. designated Maritime Assistance LLC, a front company supporting the OJSC Sovrat, which was originally sanctioned for operating in Ukraine. The U.S. Treasury noted that Sovrat was behind a sanctions evasion conspiracy to make payments and facilitate the transfer of supplies of jet fuel to Russian forces operating in Syria in support of the Assad government. Vessels identified as blocked property of Transpetrochart Company Limited include 3 general cargo ships and 2 tugs. Transpetrochart was designated in December 2016 for having provided material support to Sovrat.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead. Expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Dear valued client, the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is now live to make it easy to track your consignment and know the estimated duty payable for both general goods and used vehicles. We are pleased to inform you that the Ghana Trade Hub mobile app is available for download on Google Play Store for Android users and the App Store for Apple users. This is the best opportunity for all importers and exporters to know the duty payable on every good under transaction. You can reach the team for inquiries and support by calling +233 242 435 663. Send an email to support@ghanastradinghub.com. To remain updated, kindly follow progress on the following platforms: www.facebook.com/Ghana Trade Hub, www.twitter.com/Ghana Trade Hub, and ghlinkedin.com/in/Ghana Trade Hub. Importers and exporters can download the official Ghana Single Window mobile app, which allows you to track your consignment conveniently and also allows you to obtain your estimated duty for general goods and used vehicles. Please spread the message to everyone importing or exporting. The Ghana Trading Hub mobile app is now live. Download and never be cheated. This is powered by the Smart Ports project under the auspices of the Government of Ghana and the Ghana Revenue Authority. Smart Port, improving Ghana's ease of doing business.
The International Maritime Hospital, as part of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month this October, is yet again organizing free breast screening and examination as part of global efforts to prevent breast cancer. Remember that there is insufficient knowledge on the causes of breast cancer. Therefore, early detection of the disease remains the cornerstone of breast cancer control. When breast cancer is detected early, and if adequate diagnosis and treatment are available, there is a good chance that breast cancer can be cured. The free breast cancer screening and examination is available to the public the entire month of October. The screening days are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The International Maritime Hospital is situated in Tema Community 3 behind the GNPC flats. At the exit of the Beach Road in Community 3, one can find signs that lead to the hospital. Come and get screened and stay healthy. Together, let's fight breast cancer. It's time for the schedule of vessels sitting in the port. Those are the anchorage and those expected in the coming weeks, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates, which you need to clear your cargo with. That's all for this edition of Eye on Port. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the entire crew.